Good evening and welcome to 5 Minutes With. Tonight I am joined by the super lovely Liz Gatherer. Hi Liz, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure. Liz has a wealth of experience in the wedding industry, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But also what's really exciting is what Liz has been up to post and during lockdown. But first of all, Liz, just tell us a little bit about the amazing brochures that you put together in the wedding world.
Hi there, everyone. So great to meet you this evening. So my company, Wedition, has been around for about 4 years now, and it's won a wealth of awards, which is very exciting, one of which is for customer delight, which just kind of shows how much my customers enjoy working with me. And what I do is I produce bespoke brochures that you gift your guests on the day of your wedding. The colour scheme and the theme of the brochures will completely match your day beautifully, and they are all about telling your story and just bringing everything and everyone together on the day.
So explain a little bit more about what you mean. So you're getting married and each guest will receive a brochure, and what kind of things would be inside it?
So you can, I think one of the most popular things for my couples is to introduce the wedding party, because not everybody will know who's who at a wedding. This is a great icebreaker. You can have any of your wedding stationery in there, perhaps your menu on the back cover. That's a popular thing we've done a lot in the past. You might like to share your proposal story, the story of how you met. Some of our couples have had articles written by their pets, which is really sweet. You can also, if you've got children, you can include your children in there, games, quizzes. There's read it, if you've got a bespoke reading, that can be in there. Lost loved ones, it's a really beautiful way to remember loved ones who've passed on and just make them feel
a memory that everybody has to take away with them. And I guess most importantly for the bridal party, something that they just get to relook and keep forever.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And it's a great way for highlighting any special details that you've planned into your day. It's incredible the intricate ideas and touches that couples will plan into the day, and the guests perhaps might not notice these. So by presenting them in Wedition is a really lovely way to make sure everyone is, you know, they've seen how much effort and joy you've put into
the day goes so fast. I remember myself 7 years ago now, but it goes so quickly, and it is so easy to just forget, just like you say, intricate things. Also, I mean, do you include speeches in there as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely up to my couples, but yes, we haven't had speeches as such, but we've had a speech prediction game before. But you can have the readings,
and I'm, you know, a speech prediction game.
Oh, it's how, because wedding speeches do notoriously go on for rather a long time. They can do. So it's you can wager money or dares, and it's just just encouraging tables to get together and guess how long each speech.
I love that. What's the prize?
Again, that's up to the couple. It could be a bottle of bubbly, or it could be, you know, the loser has to do a silly dare.
Because one of the jobs that I do as a songwriter is that I do personalised songs and speeches for clients. So it's amazing to think that could go into the brochure, and everybody could have that as their lyrics to take home.
Yeah, that's something that's proved very popular. So whenever a couple has chosen a bespoke reading to be created for them, or a song, they've always incorporated the words to that within Wedition, because otherwise, as a guest, you hear it the one time, and then you just sort of think, oh, I remember that was beautiful, but you know, you might.
Cool, but I don't remember the lyrics anymore.
Yes, it's a great way to just secure those memories, and I've found. With feedback from couples afterwards, the Wedition will go onto coffee tables, for example, and then whenever a friend comes over to Auntie Jane's house, she'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" And the Wedition comes out, and it just sort of keeps your wedding story alive for so much longer, because your guests have
an amazing visual. I love it. But what's really, really amazing about where you've come from the wedding sector, and now, of course, with lockdown hitting, what's amazing is how Liz has actually totally, I'm not even going to use the word reinvented. You've just relaunched bigger and better. Tell everyone what you're doing now.
So now I've in a similar thread, I have produced something specifically for the bar and bat mitzvah.
Hold it up closer. So this is a brochure called L'chaim.
And this is a prototype. So it's very early. So although I've got a wealth of experience in the wedding industry, I'm waiting for my first customer. So,
you know what? We need to launch a special offer with 5 minutes for that customer. So your first customer, I think, is going to get a very special deal.
I think they will, yeah. So this is a prototype. So, but it sort of gives you an idea. So you can have your family photos in here. This one has an article written by the boy, My View on Being 13. We've got the bar mitzvah speech in here. You can have the honoree list, an introduction to them. This is the mitzvah project, sort of detailing all about that. We can include loads of photos as well.
Wow.
We've got the life story in numbers,
for
example.
Like your own OK magazine, Simcha or event. It's just brilliant.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but I mean, it works. The thing with lockdown, it's really made me have to think outside the box. And Zoom mitzvahs are such a thing now, and something that I've seen come across from families is it's such a big event, and it's quite hard sometimes to accept that they've got to be in their living room projecting this event to this wide audience.
But what better way to have this brochure, or I'm going to call it OK magazine, even more glamorous, and to be able to give that to friends and family who, of course, can't be there with you by your side. It's not only a memory keepsake, but it's actually almost like being there with you.
Yeah, it will be a major support to the event, because you can, you send it out in advance, and you can have the Zoom link details, any specific information that is required to attend the Zoom mitzvah. But if you're planning on an interactive experience, we can include everything in here, from games and quizzes, the QR codes, so people just scan it with their phone, and and it's so bespoke to you as a family.
I've never seen anything like this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really do. And what I love as well is how you theme it with the different colours that people may be having on their special day. And what about budgets? I mean, obviously people have got different budgets. Do you accommodate that?
I do, yeah. So with Edition, I've focused more on the luxury market, but I thought with this, it's times have changed. We're living in a very different world right now, and I really wanted, although it is a completely inclusive experience, I really wanted to find a way to make it available to everyone. So I've come up with a range of different ways to produce this now, actually. So you can have a digital only version.
Oh, and then that's amazing.
If you want to print it, that's completely fine. You can do that, or obviously I can print it for you. I've got a range of print options. This particular one is soft touch laminate, but you could have a glossy version, for example. This one is it's just it's a color scheme, it's blue and white. But if you want a complete bespoke, say for example you're having a football theme, James Bond, unicorns, whatever you want, I can completely stylize the magazine to fit in perfectly with your theme. So I like to think I found a real range of options now that will suit.
And you obviously work with your client to get it absolutely perfect for what they want.
Yes, exactly. So and that's something else with this, there's different levels of involvement. So for example, I mean, obviously I'm always going to need you to send me your photos for me to include them, but you can choose to write everything yourself, or I can write, myself, or I've got a couple of creative writers that I work with. We can write it all for you. So, we would usually have in the past, we would have a face-to-face in person, but now everything's moved over to video calls. So we would have a video call and just chat through everything. And then from that, we would be able to write everything in here for you. So
I have to say, I've never seen anything like this. And you often see at parties, say for a mitzvah, the kids will come home with a personalised T-shirt. But how lovely to have like your own almost like magazine with everything from the event, especially at the moment, like we're saying, with lockdown and how not everybody that you want, family and friends, can be at the event. They're almost there with you, whether they're digitally watching or they've got this keepsake afterwards. It's just brilliant. And it must be such a nice feeling for you to put together such a special memory.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I've certainly found with Weddition. It's a real joy for me to work with couples at such an exciting time of their life. So with this one, to have the honour to work with families and, you know, be included in their preparations and learn all about, I'm just really excited about, you know, about the future actually with this. I think it's really,
you should be. It's innovative, it's different, and it's just beautiful. Guys, all of Liz's details will be put on after this interview. As always, you can follow her on Instagram and Facebook. I think it's _life on Instagram, and Facebook you are is it L'Chaim Personalised Simcha magazine?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
We'll put all the details on afterwards. But if you're interested in having your own beautiful bespoke gift to give to all your friends and families after your event, and also for yourselves, I mean, there's nothing better. Liz, I know this idea is going to be incredibly successful, and we wish you all the luck with it. Thank you so much for joining us. As I said, all of Liz's details will be put on straight after this interview. And wow, I'm already excited. I'm thinking I need to plan an event to get one myself. Thank you, everybody, as always, for watching, and we look forward to seeing you soon on 5 Minutes With. Thank you so much, Liz. Good night.
Bye.